Hello everybody, hope you're doing marvelously well. We're big, we're bad, and we're back. And this is a very exciting one because we are reviewing a brand new mic, or at least it's brand new to me. I think it might have been out a little bit. Now, we all know about Royer Labs, and we all know that they make a very famous mic called a 121. It was one of the first quote-unquote affordable-ish ribbon microphones that became, quite frankly, an industry standard, at least out here in Los Angeles over the last 20 years. So many people I know double mic electric guitars, for instance, with a 57 and a 121. Other people just use the 121 on its own. Then a few years ago, they came out with a mic called a 122V, and that was a valve for V or tube version of the 121. It is a phenomenal mic. I used it a lot with guitar players that are overly bright. It seems to have a way of just smoothing out the high end. However, both of those microphones are over $1,000, which is, you know, cheap-ish if you compare it to a Vintage RCA or some of the other ribbon mics that are on the market. But with great competition now from some really wonderful companies bringing out some less expensive ribbon mics, John Jennings from Royer contacted me a few days ago and said, hey, we have a $499 ribbon mic that I'd love for you to try. So I said, yes, please send us one, and can we review it and do a giveaway? So this is going to be a giveaway as well. Now, Royers are, well, Dave Jordan, for instance, uses a pair of 121s as overheads, and other people I know use the stereo version for overheads as well. What is wonderful, though, is I love the sound of them on guitars. So acoustic guitar and electric. So poor Andro holding the handheld here because Eric is away filming something with all of our stands. Thanks, Eric. Am I moving around? Andrew, are you able to keep up with me? Anyway, so he's now gonna watch us unbox it. Here we go, the $499 made in the US microphone. So here it is. Look at this. In a beautiful little flight case. It's rather nice. Ah, look at that. That is gorgeous. Is this really $499? This is substantial. I always see when a new product comes out, like if Slate's bringing out something, people always write underneath, take my money. I think this might be one of those kind of products. If this is really only $499, already it's substantial. It weighs a lot. It's made in the US. It's got a little case. I'm liking this. All right, let's get it set up for acoustic guitar. All I can say is, it's gorgeous. It's really nice. Really, really nice. Now, obviously, I could flip this over like that as well. Maybe I will. The logo's on the front, which I'm assuming is the front side, although being a ribbon, it will be in figure of 8. Really excited. Hey, we have signal. Let's try it out. Okay, so I've got the manual, and yes, of course, it's figure of 8. It is a 2.5 micron aluminum or aluminum ribbon, for those of you that are either British or American. Well, actually, no, American or the rest of the world. I believe it is aluminium everywhere. Answers on a postcard, please. All right, so lots of stuff like rare earth, neodymium, blah, blah, blah. So 30 hertz to 15K. It starts rolling off at 15K relatively dramatically. I don't know if you can see that there. Okay, so yeah, 13 ounces, 300, it's pretty substantial. It's got a 5-year warranty on it, and within the first year, they'll re-ribbon it if anything happens. So nice. And it's made in America. God bless it. It's a really nice piece of equipment. Let's check it out. Okay, so I read a couple of reviews, and we were just talking about it, Andrew and I, that apparently, actually, the backside is brighter than the front. So on this acoustic here, which I'm very interested to hear what it sounds like, I will vary it. I'll do both sides. So let's stick on the headphones. And once again, we're using the blues. So I've got the R-10 up. As usual on the acoustic guitar, I've got multiple places I like to mic it. Many of you know I mic it here on the bottom of the body, and then I'll go to the 12th and 14th fret here. So what we're going to do is we're going to move around a little bit and do what I normally do. So at the moment, it's predominantly on here. Let's have a listen. As you would expect from a ribbon, it's got a lot of low end, a lot of, hate this word, but I'm going to use it, warmth. Really nice, obviously, for things like, single lines, for arpeggios. What is that? Anyway, so if I had a small body, thinner sounding acoustic, this would be amazing. Again, horses for courses, applications. You have an affordable ribbon like this at $500, $499, and you've got a very thin sounding source and you want to add a lot of low mids, bottom end. This is going to be amazing. Okay, so moving on to 12th and 14th fret here. This sounds fantastic. Yeah, this is good in this position here. Doesn't have that, it's miles away, not miles away, inches away from the sound hole here. That's a pleasure, love it. Okay, now, I heard and read that the back end is brighter because it's a figure of 8 mic. Slip it around. So now we have the back side. Okay, go here on the bottom. I'll tell you one thing, there's a lot more output. I'm gonna have to bring the output down. So that was interesting, a lot more output. Let's go to here. I'll flip it back round again and double check. Yeah, it's definitely like on the front side, loads and loads of low end. And I'm calling it the front side because of the logo. Technically, a figure of 8 is seeing both sides. So a front is a back is a front. So for me, my first impressions is I would use the back side here, where it's closer to the sound hole. And then, if I want to go here on the neck, which I would say is more pop, I would go to the quote-unquote front side, which is my favorite of all of the settings. Immediately, I love that. So basically, this is 12th to 14th fret, about that far back. What's that? 5-6 inches, something like that. And it's nice. Very natural acoustic guitar sound. Really, really nice. Let's try it on an electric guitar. All right, so, okay, I'm very self-indulgently have a little Vox Brian May edition little amp. So talk about setting up like a home system. Little Vox, Brian May guitar. So those of you that follow me know I'm a little bit of a fan of Queen, so you know any chance I get, I'll talk about them. But so this is the Brian May guitar, which I believe it's the one that's about $600, $700. So it's incredibly good value for money. The little Vox, I think, when it was new, was about $100 or $200. Point is, small transistor amplifier, wonderful but inexpensive guitar, you know, comparatively, and, you know, any excuse to plug into a Brian May thing. Any excuse to talk about Queen. Now that's not very loud in the room. Pretty tasty. It's definitely got a lot of gain on it, a lot of volume. I'm going to bring it down a little bit before adjusting anything. Beautiful. That's a supposed not bright sound. All right, I'm going to bring the gain down. There on this amp here, there's a high and low gain, so I'm going to turn it to low gain. Bring up the tone. Just the back bridge pickup. It's just a neck pickup. Put the neck and the bridge, the middle pickup together. That's in phase. Out of phase. Now, immediately the thing you can tell by using ribbon mics, you know, it's that warmth, that low end, like girth. If I take off these headphones for a second. It's a very, very mid-rangey amp because it's got that, you know, Brian May guitar solo sound. I mean, that's really what it does better than anything else. Is like we go, put on the high gain. Go back, put the headphones on. Really nice, really, really nice. Very, quote unquote, creamy. I'm using all those cliches, aren't I? So now I'm going to put it on the back, which, you know, everybody's claiming is brighter. Let's have a listen. I mean, it's great. That's definitely a little brighter, a little bitier. I think, to be honest, I mean, this is every single amp is going to have its own kind of characteristic. But frankly, I love what it's doing on the lows here. Like, that makes it a really bratty lead guitar sound. But if I go back to this front here, I mean, this is a transistor amp, small transistor amp, so it gives you a great idea what it'd be like just miking a small transistor amp. I like the low end that this is getting, the warmth that's there. I don't need 15K and above, that an abundance of that anyway for electric guitar sounds. There's very few guys that would expect to have like 20K, 15 to 20K on their electrics. That's not to say there isn't guys that like to scoop the high end on that. A lot of metal, they'll scoop it up there. However, one of the nicer things about using ribbons on really bright sources is that smoothness, whatever you want to call it on top, is very nice when you do want to boost because it isn't brittle. What is there is very, very smooth. And that's why a lot of people like Dave Jordan use ribbon mics as overheads. So even though we're not going to throw it on drums quickly, I would honestly, my gut is after hearing this on acoustic and hearing it on electric, this would be absolutely fantastic for that. The only other thing I want to try quickly, and there's nothing to it, so I just want to hear what it sounds like on a vocal. So let's quickly rip it around. When he says a vocal, me, hardly the world's greatest singer. 1, 2, 2, 2. 1, 1, 2, 2. There's definitely a little grit in there, which I love. Maybe come back a bit. Let's find a chord. There's a guitar in the back. One, two, three, four. A bit of wind noise there, but I'm not putting a pop screen up. 1, 2. I like the tone now. Let's get rid of 1, 2. Oh, I've got a feeling deep inside. Oh yeah. Okay, great, love it. Let's go to the back side. I've got a feeling deep inside. Oh yeah. 1. I think I could probably bring the gain down on this a little bit. It's crunching a little bit. You can hear those P's, but there's no pop screen. Yeah, it definitely needs a little less gain. 1, 2. But I do like it. I like it. I like the way it sounds. I've got a feeling deep inside. Oh yeah. 1, 2, 2, 2. There's definitely a little bit more, slightly more high end, at least crunch in the high mids. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's a great all-purpose mic. $419 whopping dollars. Well done, Roya. Very well built. Love the way it sounds. Very versatile. I think in that price range, it gives you a lot of choice. And best thing about it is we're going to do a giveaway. So enter the raffle to win it. Have a marvelous time recording and mixing. Thank you ever so much, Roya, for letting us have one of these to give away. I really appreciate it. Have a marvelous time recording and mixing, and I'll see you all again very, very soon.